Good morning. Just barely morning. It's about 11, just past 11. Getting a late start today. Welcome to day 79. And just got out the town of Daleville. I could still hear the road behind me. The, the trail passes right across a pretty busy road there. A little scary during any road crossings, but the good thing about that is the convenience. There's actually a ton of places right next to the trail. There's like not one but two gas stations. There's one and then one across the street. I definitely grabbed some snacks there when I came into town a few days back, and I decided to add an extra day, so I took a 0 day yesterday. I just had too much stuff to do and too much to catch up on, but I'm pretty much caught up now, so I'm pretty happy. Got my grocery shopping in yesterday at the Kroger. Made sure I got everything that I need. Like double down on electrolytes because that was messing me up the other day. Yeah, but and then I stayed at Spark Hotel, which was just down the road. It's like super close, way too convenient, just too convenient not to take advantage of. Let me switch this back real quick here. But Spark was pretty good actually. It's like a budget option. It's like Hampton Inn, but with coffee that's not as good. It's like Folgers coffee, which is like hostel coffee. It's okay. It's coffee. Not as good as Hampton Inn. And then breakfast. They don't have the hot breakfast items, which to be honest, Hampton Inn has that, but it's not that great anyway. Usually they got eggs, like a sausage patty, and I don't know, like potatoes or something, and then coffee. But the price difference, I mean, they have a Hampton Inn in the same town. The price difference is about $30. So, I'd rather just go to some regular restaurant for breakfast anyway, or regular coffee. But I thought it was a good option. Yeah, it was really nice. But they had everything else was pretty much similar to Hampton Inn. The only thing that didn't work out well was their laundry wasn't great. So they had a laundry and dryer, but the washing machine has had issues, and I see it in the far out comments going back at least a month too. Seems like they fix it and it breaks down again. So the issue I had was like I put my clothes through, and when it finished, it seems like it finished right before the spin cycle, which means that all your clothes are just soaked, and you got to transfer them right to the dryer, and the dryer, even at the heaviest setting, doesn't completely dry everything. So by morning, I hung out all my clothes and everything. By morning, I still had damp socks. That's a bit of a bummer. I mean, it was clean. At least it's not damp and dirty. But anyway, everything else was really good there. I would stay there again for sure. But yeah, I wish they had fixed the laundry. And I told them at the front desk too. I told them both days. There was a different lady there in the morning, so I'm like, oh, maybe she'll do something, or just want to make sure that for future hikers that they get that fixed. Anyway, but whatever. I'm pretty happy. I'm reasonably dry, and I actually soaked my stuff already in the sink. Like before, I did like a big pre-soak and like a hand wash, pre-soak and a hand wash, which got out a lot of stuff that I feel like the machine wash hasn't been getting out in the last few hostels. So I feel reasonably satisfied, reasonably clean today. Anyway, minor inconvenience, but whatever. Hopefully they fix that for the southbound folks that are going to be going through. And I guess the rest of the northbound folks too. Anyway, sounds like there's another highway up here I'm going to have to cross. And a blue jay, I heard a blue jay. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty good, but yeah, a little lazy the last few days. I've kind of just been thinking, yeah, it's been nice just sitting around and relaxing, but Yeah, I'm tempted. Every once in a while you get the temptation just to quit, but I have my mission, right? I can't quit my mission. But also I was thinking, like, what happens if I quit hiking? I'll be at home without a purpose. It's like all your purpose every day is removed also all of a sudden, and you got to find a new purpose. And without a job, that's going to be depressing. Wow, this highway is super loud. Is it a freeway? I think it's the interstate, maybe. I hope we go over overpass or a tunnel, under a tunnel or something. Well, I guess I'll see. But yeah, anyway, I've been having these thoughts. But you know, like, I feel like satisfied with the town. I get to experience a lot of things in the town. I'm like, okay, I get to go to a restaurant, grocery store, that outfitter there, and I feel like, you know, I've seen it. I'm good. I'm ready to move on. So that gets me out of town at least. I don't feel like staying there like too long or whatnot. I feel like, no, I got a mission. I got to do it. But it's tempting to be lazy. Anyway. But yeah, that was Daleville. Really convenient. I love that when the towns are like right on the trail there. I think some people probably don't like that it's not super remote. But you know what? It's not going to be out in the complete wilderness. Got to cross through towns and highways and whatnot. And you got to rest too, so might as well rest in the town. Anyway, rambling a little bit. But yeah, that was good. There's always like nothing to watch on TV too. I found myself watching like Jurassic Park, and then I realized they're showing the sequel. I realized I've never actually seen the sequel, so I need to sit down at home, I think, and watch those. But I watched bits of it. I watched bits and pieces of it. But yeah, the commercials on TV are kind of infuriating though. They kind of take over. Anyway, so many pharmaceutical ads. Anyway, okay, now I'm more deep dive tangent. But anyway, I'm feeling good. I'm like overloaded with food, ridiculous amount of food. I don't know. I don't know. I could probably last out here for like 6 or 7 days. 6 or 7. Got me to say it again. My nephew is watching, I know. But yeah, usually I don't really need to carry that much. Usually like 3 or 4 days and it gets you to the next place. But anyway, I'm gonna just try to see if I could stuff my face. I have been losing weight too rapidly, so I need to fix that, especially protein. So I just doubled down. I got like way too many protein bars, which I've been getting sick of, but you know, it's a good source of protein. Then I got a lot of beef jerky, trail mix. I'm pretty happy. I got a nice variation of stuff. And I got some stuff that my family gave me. Some cheese still, and I've been working through some of the snacks, the Parmesan crisps, and dried raspberry. That's freeze-dried like fruit. Pretty good idea. You get your fruit fixed, but you can carry it out. It's super light. It does take up some space, but I have a lot of space in my pack. Anyway, be good to work that down. Oh, it's almost 10 minutes into the video, and I didn't really say my goal. I need to make this shorten. I need to work on this delivery. Anyway, my goal for today, it's only a bit over 11 miles. But the ascent is like, I don't know, like 2,500 feet. So it's not like a super easy day. Going to a shelter. Supposedly there's good water there. But yeah. See how far we can get today. I hope we can get there. I left late. I'll probably get into the shelter late, but that's fine. And I think it's supposed to be warmer than usual. I think the last time I checked it, the high was like 85 degrees. This is a nice area. Um, yeah, it definitely would have been nicer to take today as a 0 instead, but you know what? It's been hotter, so I'll take whatever. It's been hotter in the past, like 90-degree days. But 85 shouldn't be horrible, I hope. Not super sure about the weather, but as far as I'm concerned, there's always a chance of thunderstorms in the evening. But we'll deal with that if it comes. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Yeah, it looks like a nice day otherwise. It's just hot. But yeah, it's good to be back. A little bit too lazy the last few days, so good to be active again. Anyway, I think that's all for now. Well, I just passed a sign that was put up, I think by ATC. It said 1/3 away to Katahdin. Oh, here's a little future editor David. Hopefully we'll show the photo now. Oh, I had to cut away there real quick. But anyway, 1/3. 1/3 is a pretty big thing to celebrate, I think. And it reminded me, back at one of the hostels, I remember one of the fellow hikers there, GB, was kind of scared of Katahdin. I don't think it's anything to be scared of. I think because it's just like, it seems like the very last thing that you do is like the final boss in a video game. It's really not like that though. It's not the hardest part of the trail. I mean, it's technically challenging. You gotta use your hands a lot. But by the time you get up there, you know how to do all that stuff. And it's nothing new. But he was kind of concerned and freaking out about it. And there was a work for stay guy there who had apparently injured himself coming down from Katahdin. He was still not fully recovered, which is kind of a bummer. But anyway, all that being said, I don't think it's anything unusual. I think, like I always say, it's like southern Maine, like the Mahoosuc Trail there, Mahoosuc Arm, and the White are the most challenging. But they're not at the end of the trail. I think we're just bringing some psychological baggage, expecting the very last miles to be the toughest, right? Like, oh, you're going up the final mountain. It's like Mount Doom. There's very much baggage, and it's not like that. Anyway, long story short, Katahdin is nothing to be afraid of. About 1/3 of the way. Oh, man. 2/3 ahead of me then. Still a larger chunk of the pie. Well, there's a shelter. I just came up the AT uphill down here, and then shelter is like 0.1 miles. I'm not gonna stay at the shelter tonight, but I was too lazy to make it up there. So I just ended up just sitting here by the sign here, just a little landmark. It just lets me know that where I am. But yeah, I got my sit pad out and I'm just relaxing and enjoying snacking and whatnot. Maybe I'll show you a little bit. Maybe, yeah, you got my sit pad here. That's what it's for. My nieces kept asking, what is this for? What is this for? Well, this is perfect time for it. I just sit on it, so I don't have to sit on the ground, basically. And I'm refueling and got some water. But kind of funny. Wicked Green just came down from the shelter as I was eating, and he's like, "Hey man, good to see you." And it was funny. He's the one I'm pretty sure I've seen him since Georgia or whatnot. But I think he did stay at the hotel last night, the same hotel that I stayed at. And he said there's a couple other guys, Rain Man, and then Kringle, and someone else. I forgot his name. I don't recognize Kringle the name, but I know Rain Man from a ways back when we got caught in that thunderstorm in the afternoon. Rayman had set up like a tent by a water source, and but anyway, haven't seen him since that. But I was sure these guys had all passed me. I think I put in so many like high mileage days back to back to meet up with my family that even though I essentially took like 2 0 days, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Not to brag or anything, but like I thought for sure like everyone would have passed me up by now. But today I'm definitely feeling lazy, so maybe they will. So, but yeah. So Ricky Green just headed down 18 Trail North, which is that way, and he says he's gonna go another 10 miles today. I'm not feeling that, but he said there's a campsite with a view or whatnot. But what I'm aiming for is only 6 miles away now, which would be a shelter. Still trying to avoid. Also, yeah, part of the reason I didn't go up to the shelter is I'm trying to avoid touching surfaces like picnic tables and things like that. So it's better that I'm just sitting on the ground here, actually, avoiding congregated areas. But yeah, anyway, that was good. That was a good sign. I feel like I'm not too far behind then, so I didn't. Yeah, I always feel guilty when, especially when I take a full 0, because I'm like, man, I don't know. Like I think I lost some mileage, but you know, like the only thing I should worry about is like, is that gonna affect my overall plan? And you know, if I do it too much, it will. But every once in a while, that was just a time where I needed it. Every once in a while, I think you got to. So anyway, so I just enjoying. I could see barely a view through the through the trees here, but I think that's Daleville where I came from. Um, but yeah, no, it's not too bad today. The high it got recalculated to only be 82 or so. Tomorrow will be I think the high will be 86. So anyway, tomorrow will be the really the hard one, I think. But today it's feeling nice, so I'm just kind of enjoying. But yeah, no, I think I could do it. What's the time now? It's like just past 2, and I have like 6 more miles. So I mean, I'll roll into camp between 5 and 6. Should be perfect actually, and then I'll get some rest, eat some dinner. I gotta eat through this food. This is my pack got so heavy. I have so much food, so I need to like target the uh, the weightier options for, so like no tuna packets, anything like that. Like that's just super heavy. I need to eat through that as soon as I can. Prioritize that. So anyway, that's my biggest concern now. Just like the weight. It is kind of slowing me down, but that's okay. But this is the big hill of the day. So made it up here. Actually, gonna go down a bit and then go up another hill, and then after that it should really be all downhill from there. So looking forward to that. Anyway, airplane's coming through now, so maybe it's a good time to stop here. I just realized what was subconsciously making me think of missing my camera gear, all my lenses and everything. Look at the number 2.8. If you're a photographer, 2.8 means something to you. 1.2, 1.4, 2.8. All these are like, what do you call them? Like f-stop ratios. They're fractions of basically like telling you how much light is getting in the lens. But I see that and I think that triggers my memory. Like, oh yeah, 2.8. And I have that nice 70-200 lens that shoots at 2.8. Got some, and then I just imagine using it in like Tokyo or wherever. Actually, Tokyo and few other places. I feel comfortable in Tokyo and safe, but I wouldn't want to bring that to, I don't know, sketchier parts of the world. But anyway, just thinking out loud. But that's what's triggering me. Like I see these mileages. I've definitely seen like the 1.2, which is another lens I have, 50mm 1.2. That's a sweet lens, razor thin depth of field, which makes it difficult sometimes. that's my destination there, so not too bad. 3.4 for today. I'm gonna keep it down. I'm gonna keep the mileage down and not try to push it. I mean, I got a late start already, and I don't know. I'm fully loaded. I got too much stuff, and I'm not really feeling like going farther. So I think that'll be fine mileage. But starting tomorrow, I do want to get back into the groove of my 13 to 15 miles per day. That would be good. And then it looks like the next town I'll get into is Buena Vista, Virginia. So it's less than 100 miles. I think it's like 80 miles or something like that, 70 or 80 miles. So I think that'll be doable. Hopefully, won't need a resupply or stop into a hostel or get recharged, to recharge my devices and whatnot. We'll see. But yeah, that should be good. I was thinking also, if I can manage, tomorrow would be a really good day to experiment with waking up earlier and getting in miles really early in the morning. I'm really not a morning person. I was talking to my friend from Yahoo, Klaus, about this. He was saying it's the same. It's like it takes a few hours to get ready, and not a morning person. I definitely feel that. But maybe I'll make an exception tomorrow because it is supposed to get up to like 86, and it would be pretty nice. It'd be pretty sweet to, get where I need to go before the hardest part of the day, and then just sort of chill, literally, and rest the rest of the day. And hopefully some place that has water, just hang out there. We'll see. I gotta look at my options, but that might be something I'll try tomorrow. We'll see.